Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Hello Girish, welcome. Okay friends, so yesterday we finished the hard surface modeling of the boots. As you can see, this is the final design of the armor here in the leg, and I am not sure yet if we can say that these are like some kind of elastic, so I can leave it like that, or maybe I should consider this maybe with some, I don't know the name of these parts, like the thing that you use in the belt that connects one side with another, or maybe we have to add something like that here, but that is not something like really important and difficult to do, so we're going to leave that for later. Maybe we can leave it like this because I like it. Look, the design is really good. You can compare here the prototype, the blocking, with the final version. Look, here this was not like following, or maybe maybe with the shape of the leg. Here this is bigger, and also the design here not round, so you can compare here the final version. Now that I am checking this, it will be a little bit difficult to replicate this, because if we are lucky, maybe we have just to duplicate this and move it. That is right. Which one? This? You refer to the right side, the way that I am looking to the screen, or the right side to the right side of the character? This one, because this one is not ready yet. This one is the one that I already completed. Yes, that's right. Because remember that this is just the blocking. I did not touch this yet. I do not do anything here. This was just the blocking when I changed the pose. And remember that the base is going to be here, so do not consider this as the final version. I am saying that you have to compare this side with this side, because this is the final version with this side that was the blocking, the prototype. So you can check like the differences here. Look, this is what I designed for my character. But of course that we have to add this kind of details to the boot. We finished the armor, but now I have to add these details here. And I was saying that maybe this is going to be a little bit difficult, not because it is like impossible, or I don't know a technique to do this, but adding this kind of details. For example, here you can see. Remember that I always said to you that I always say that I prefer to create things in the standard position, and then I just have to move and then polish. And then there are other artists that they start creating the character from the final pose. So maybe here we're going to do something like that, and not because completely like that, because we already create the armor, the blocking armor. But with these kind of details, we don't have that. So we need to create that here, and it is going to be a little bit difficult and also impossible to this look exact like this one. But our job here is to do the best as we can to make this to look similar to this one, or make us, or to have a sense. Okay, So that is what we have to do, and that is part of the process. Don't worry. Don't say, so you made a mistake. No. That is part of the process. Don't remember that here when we are trying to do these things, you always find different ways to complete the project. If you don't have the conditions, or if you don't have guidelines or something like that, you are free to try different methods, or maybe you work with this with one way, and maybe other artists use another process. So that is okay. There is nothing like it is not a rule. Of course, that maybe you can use add-ons and modifiers that will help your work, but it is not like okay, if you don't do the same as that person, then you are wrong. No, don't think that if you complete the project with a timeline and do using the less resources as possible, then you are right. So don't try to judge your work because you are comparing with someone else's job. Okay, so we're going to continue. We started to create the zipper here, but I do not consider the initial part of the zipper. So we're going to complete this, and we can say that we finished the lower leg part of the costume. Okay. Okay, let's do that, because here we need a way like to connect both sides. So let's work on that. Okay, first let me add a cube, or let me think first, because I'm going to need. No, we don't have to be exact, like following, like have to be like, oh, I need to be symmetrical. No, in this case that is not the thing that you have to do. You can do that, but you're going to lose time. So let's work. Also remember that maybe these kind of details you're not going to see in the printed version, but I like to do that because you can see the process, or maybe the modifiers that I use to create something. Maybe you are creating a project similar with maybe some part here of this project, and maybe you can use for your work. That's why I always like to take care of details here and show you the complete process. Okay, let's start with that. Let me see, a cube. This is something easy, but we have to make it look right. Look, here we have the zipper, right? But we need the initial part, because this is correct, but here at the start it is this is not making sense. So we have to make the starting part, and with that I am going to use a cube. If you check your jeans maybe, or some clothes of you that have zippers, you can check that. Here we have two cubes here. So this part, you can say that this part is going to join with this part because of the zipper. So one cube here, and two small rectangles here that is going to differentiate one side with another, and then we have the normal zipper model. then this is going to look great. Okay, we move this here. Okay, you can see that we have to rotate this a little bit. Let me rotate this also here. I'm going to use local and then something like this, and then I'm going to duplicate this one. I'm going to leave a small space here, like that. Then I am going to let me create the upper parts. And here I think that this is connected to this one, right? I don't remember, but we're going to say that this is connected with this one. So we need to move this a little bit in, and I'm going to move this like a little bit to the side, and tangles this. Okay, to duplicate that and move it to the other side. That. So if you can make this a little bit better, maybe we can rotate maybe this one. Look, it is different here. Yes, we have to rotate this. That. And what else? I'm going to increase this one. Let me check very quickly. Okay, I'll be like just a moment. Let me check a reference. Okay, I'm back. I checked already what I have to do here. Need to decrease the value of this one, but not too much. Something like that. Let me make it a little bit down. Okay. And this one are going to be longer. This. So I need to raise this one. I am not going to use this anymore, right? Just because yes. Okay, so I am going to select my zipper here, or I'm going to convert this into mesh. Let me go back. I'm going to save. I'm going to duplicate just in case. Boots back up and Now I am going to mesh. Okay, so now I can delete these parts here, and we have this. Also, if we no, it is looking good. Maybe here, no, it is good. Now we have to add more topology here. Let me see if only with bevel we can make this work. Bevel with the bevel modifier. I don't know why when with one shape, with the most of the shapes that I apply some kind of bevel process, that didn't work. I don't know why. And with other shapes, the method that I use work. Maybe that is because, or maybe I am missing something, but that's why I do not use the bevel modifier. That's not good, because maybe you can make a mistake and you already applied bevel. So that's why I always create backups. But I should do this only with a bevel, and that's what I don't like now with bevel. Okay, I have this, and then subdivision surface 2. Let me see here if I can 0.5 an angle. No, I want to this arc, and I am going to do the same with the other, because these are just 4 sides, 4 faces. Each shape has 4 faces. No, 4 faces. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, but are cubes. Okay, that's why I am doing this. Let me move this a little bit here. Select this, and then select this, and then, or maybe I know the reason. Maybe it's because I'm going to check that later. Okay, I'm going to try something. Okay, let's just copy the modifiers, and then you can see maybe there is something that I don't like with this one. What do you say? It is looking good. It makes sense that that the zipper is joining both sides. For me, I like it. But maybe you can tell me, no, maybe you're missing something. Maybe you should do this. I am open to suggestions. Also, this is something that I should do. No, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so we are not going to waste more time, and as you can see, maybe I know what to do. I'm going to just move it a little bit closer, these cubes. And now that I did that, I have to do the same with the upper parts, like that. Okay. So now we finish our lower leg. Of course, we have to add more details here to the costume, but we're going to do that at the end. Okay, now let's go with the boot. We have here to do a lot of work. First, let me see if I can create this kind of clouds that you see here. close or close? Close, I think that is the name of that. I'm talking about this. Let me see where I can find something. Another reference for that. This. Instead of just lines here, I want to try to create some kind of clause here, Let's see the original. Let's create an original design here. I should. Don't worry. Let's use this as reference. I was saying maybe I should look at some Hawk as a reference, but no. We can do that with what we have. Okay, first let me create. Let me think. Maybe a plane. Let's start with a plane. Okay, I'm going to make this small. Okay. I am going to rotate. Okay. Now let's move this here. Let's move this here. Let's move it here. And we're going to leave this. Well, we are not going to worry about this side because we're not going to see that. We're going to worry about this part, okay? Something like this. Yes, maybe this is what I need. Let me check. Let's check. I am going this part just to this to here. Okay, this is what we have, right? Let me move this up. To save. Then I am going to solidify, but at least apply a scale. Okay. Subdivision surface. Let's check with the level. Here I don't have like the this is not going to work. I'm going to move this to 0, so this is going to be in the middle. Let's try with solidify. With 4. Let's try with 4. Here and here. Oh, I am adding bevel to the whole. No, that's not the purpose. Let's try with this one first. Save, and just in case, I'm going to move this to backup. Okay, now I am going to use the method again. Mark this with a max bevel weight and change this to weight. Now to geometry to arc. Here. No, this is not. Maybe. Oh, this is not working again. I don't know why. Oh no, this is not. This is not what I want. Understand why this is happening. So get the hell out of here. Okay, here I am going to add this one that is going to be a little bit bigger. Okay. Let's check this, okay? Have to see, because I don't have a real design for this one. I am just doing this right now. Okay, like that. Now I can see that I have to move my points. Also remember that we don't rotate it in the right side. Don't rotate this yet, like right now. Great. Let me compare with this figure here. It is just at the beginning, maybe here, so I am okay. We can do something like that. I have an idea. We are going to move this here and then extrude that. Also, we can delete this side and use mirror. Let's see if this design is really good. This is the middle. Okay. I didn't know. Now, let's see what else we can do here. Or maybe this is too big. Look. This is too big. So we are going to select now. And move it a little bit down. Thank you. Okay, for this one, I'm going to change this shade because I can work with this. Okay, like that. This and something like that. The middle part. Just let's do the same with the middle part. Okay, what else? Do the same here. Okay. Just with this one. Now let's see. First, I am going to again create a backup. Apply mirror, and I am going to select one of these. Let me check. Here I forgot to select this one. This one and this one. Select similar. Let me do something first. Okay. Okay, like that. Let me check here. Let's do this again. Okay. Arc. Here is looking good. Now let me see. It's 2. Maybe not. 2 is too much. Or maybe not. It is good. Look. What do you say about this one? Do you like it? Let's see. Okay, what else I did here? Before, okay, I have this one. I'm going to duplicate this and move it to backup, and then I'm going to do this again. Maybe I'm going to leave it with 0.15 here because this is too small. Okay, so this is what I have. Maybe we can do something like this, and no, we don't need that. We just can rotate this and move it to the front like that. Let me do something. No, I cannot do that. I don't have a good view here. No, I don't have a good view here because of the position of my leg. Here it looks like right. Maybe I should rotate a little bit more. That. Maybe the only thing that we can do is just move it, not rotate, move it a little bit to the center. Like that, and then we are going to rotate this. Like that. See the reference. Not maybe this is what we need. Okay. To move it inside that. Okay, what do you think about this? Do you like this design? I think that it is not like bad. It isn't like it is like maybe we need to add the other details. Okay, so that then we can say okay, it is looking good or not. But this I like the design of this. Now, if the boots should wear this, that is another thing. But we're going to leave it just for now. If we need to change, then we just erase that. Okay, now let's finish the boot. Okay. So what we are going to do now. As you can see, all the lower body is one mesh. Why I am talking about that? Because do you remember the problems that we have with Hulk? Not the problems, but remember that the upper body was one complete mesh because Hulk do not wear anything, so we cannot divide like the model. Something like that is happening now. And why it may be a problem with sculpting, of course, because if we want to add more details here with the costume later, we're going to add a lot of remesh, but the solution to that and the useful method, I think, something that you should do, that is divide your character, especially for 3D sculpting. I know that later it is going to be a complete mesh, or maybe you can cut the character in different parts. But for now, the thing that I want to do is divide. We're going to split the boots here from the lower body. So by doing that, if we need, I don't think that we are going to need, but just in case, if we need more topology, then I have this small part here, and also if we need to add more, we have this here. So, how we're going to divide this? Okay, I know that maybe in ZBrush, also in normal sculpt, it is easy. Maybe for this one, it is also easy in Blender, that we can do this in sculpt mode. But the thing is that I tried different times that method, and for me, it was not giving me a good result. So I stopped using that. Maybe if you want, you can check videos about other artists. Split, dividing the mesh. Because I do not use that anymore, I do not remember how to do that. But it is not like something that is really difficult. No, just go to sculpt mode, and then you have to look some options here. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Maybe it was also with mask. I don't remember. I'm going to lie to you if I say do this. But you can check that method. So now that I am not going to use that, and I want to split the model. Then what we're going to do? The method that I always use for when I'm preparing this for 3D printing, that is use another mesh and then just using boolean. That is something that we can do. It maybe for sometimes depending on the model, on the model. For example, for this leg, I think that you can use the other method because it's just one line, and the mesh is not complex, because we're going to make maybe cuts here and maybe cuts here. That's all. But for example, if you want to, let's say here that we are working here and we want to divide the arm, for example, then for me at least, there were for me not giving me a good result. So I prefer, I think that with normal sculpt I use that too, creating another shape and trying to imagine how this is going to be with a cut, with a good shape here that is cutting the arm, that is splitting the arm. So I do that. I create a shape and try to make all the modifications, and then split the model with booleans. So let's stop talking and do the work. Okay, here, this is another thing. We are not going to see this, right? Also remember, if you don't want, you don't have to split the model. I am doing this because I think that it is better. Let me think. So, but let me show you. So, yeah, I already talked, and I am not going to do that. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to do that, okay? Here we have, and here I can see that I just can cut here because I am not going to see this. These parts are blocking me the vision here, so I am not going to see where I am going to cut, and by that I don't have to worry a lot about where. No, I have to follow the shape of the wood. No. In this case, we can do that. So I am just going to use just simple cubes. Okay, let me cube. Maybe no, this is too much because it is going to cut this one too. Maybe if you want, okay, try to follow the shape. Let's do that so you can see if in case if you have a special shape here, the work that you have to do. Let's add more. So by making this a little bit smaller, we are going to have the option to add more topology here. We have that. Also, okay, no, I want to follow the shape. Okay, you can do that. Now you're following the shape. And what is going to happen with this? I am going just first to add a subdivision surface with simple, and then duplicate this with the other one. Simple, that didn't work. Just add bevel, okay. This is not something that we have to worry about. See if this cover all the yes, it is covering. And what else? Let me see if I can get 0.05. Yes, if it works. What else I should do? Add more, or no? Yes. Okay. Also I have to do the same with the other side. Maybe a split is better. Maybe the sculpt method is better in this case. But no, because I'm going to have both shapes. Yes. Let's do this. Okay, this is what we have here, and I'm going to duplicate this for the other side. Yes, let's do the other side now, so we don't have to worry about that later. just change the angle of this one. Maybe I did not. No, it was the other. Just this one. This one was better. Okay. Maybe I should let me compare here. Maybe I should move a little bit up. I don't know why I am worried about this. This is not a big deal. Okay, this is what we have. I am going to also with separate shapes. This is going to. I didn't consider that. Just because if I'm going to have some errors if I have this as a separate shape. Yes. I remember this. So let's try to the front, to the back. Let me show you what happened if this is separated. I think that we are going to have an error. Okay, I have this, and let me just duplicate just in case. What is this? Let me move this to boots backup. Okay, and now that I have this, I am going to convert this to mesh. Okay, let's say that this is one. Now you can see the mistake. I think that we're going to have some errors here. Let's do that. Let's do this. I'm going to duplicate this and move it to backup. Okay. That we're going to have, or no, maybe, let me see, play. Let me hide this. But I erased this. I thought that this was just going to split, but now let me check here. It make a great cut. So this is how you split the model, but you may say, okay, what happened with the other side? I think that we have to do the same, but creating a bigger shape here. Let me see something. What is my legs? What is? Okay, this was here. What is this? This. I don't know why I keep this here. This was the hair. Okay. Let me name these as pants. Where is the backup? Let's hope that I don't have it. I have complete different. Which one is the right one? Ooh. No. I don't like that. I don't know which one is the final version that I use. think that is this one, because remember that I smooth this. This is, yes, this one is the final version, I think. This one, because look, this looks smooth. Yes, this one is the final version. Okay, don't worry. Okay, that one I'm going to hide. This is my final version, right? Here I am going to duplicate this and move it to collection. Let me hide backup. Let me bring back this, but now I should create a bigger shape that is going to cover the whole pants in this case, because this is the mesh. I should do that, but I think that this is not a big deal, so maybe we just move it a little bit up. Just because I need this to split. Let me see if there is another. What should I do? Let me see this. I already applied all the modifiers with this one. Let me bring bolts back up, I think, or see if this is in bolts back up. Just this is with the modifiers. Okay. These two sync collection. Okay, this is what we have, and I am going to this and move to the other side. In this case, like this, just like this. Now let me check something. Now I have to recalculate that side, and with this one. Okay. Now let me check. Great. Okay, these are the other ones, so I can know exactly where I make the cuts. I'm going to convert this into mesh and do the same. Subdivision on boolean. I forgot to join this one with this one. Okay, I don't. Sorry, I don't have this. I have this. I did not convert this into mesh, so I forgot about that. Okay. Now boolean. I think that I did not change the. Yes, that was also a problem, but in this case, let me see. It doesn't make any mistake, so I am going to apply. And I am going to hide this, and I just go here. Select this and delete all of that. Now I'm going to select this one and separate this. I have my right root and the left root. My pants. Okay. So now we have separated that. Now you separate the model, but look at this. It is looking really good, right? But look, it is completely with a wrong mesh. Let's check the other one. The same thing. And How can we fix this? With remesh. It's going to be maybe a problem here because I already add these details, and by remesh maybe I'm going to lose some things, but it's the only thing that we have to do. There is no other way. And maybe with modifiers you can do something about that, but this is the most this is the way that I use the method that I use. Let me save and let me all transforms. Okay, now let me go to sculpt mode and see. Okay, this is the level of sculpt that of yes, this is what I use for remesh. Let me check. And you can see that this is fixed, and you can continue. This is something that I always use for when I am making cuts to the model to create the printed versions for the 3D printing process. Now then you can apply a smooth corrective or decimate, all of the things that you want, that you need to do. But now you can say that we have different parts and we don't have to worry about if we make some modifications. Yeah, I know what I did not have to do. No, we have the backup. Okay, don't worry. I forgot that this is we do this. This is the thing that we did was correct. Don't worry about that. But maybe the problem, not the problem, is that remember that to create this as perfect as possible, I use the shrink wrap modifier and use this as the object that I'm going to use for the reference for the modifier. But now that I have two objects and the cut here in the middle, this is not going to work. But remember that I create a backup, so I'm going to use the backup when I start to polish this part here. So I thought that I made a mistake, but no. Don't worry about this leg. I already have the backup, and I think no, I don't have a. Let me check. Now I am not sure. Yes, this is the backup. Okay, great. Cool. Okay, now we have our boot here. Perfect. No. What's happening here? Why I cannot move my... the canvas is blocked. I don't remember. Okay, now I can move my images. Yes. Now let's try to recreate this design. And as you can see here, why I made this double? I don't remember. No, I don't remember. And these lines, maybe I can create like something like maybe let's try to do some kind of red topology here to create these shapes. It will be fun. And what do you say about this one too? We can try that. But first, let me create this. Okay. This one is easy. We just need a curve. And I think that we can use this one. Yes, we're going to do that. I forgot about this. And I already... No, this is not working because I already applied the... No, this is not working. Yeah. Let me use boots backup. backup for this one. It is better that way, because these curves that we created are just for this, because this has a lot of points, and the points are like doing like this job of curve and that effect, because it has a lot of points, but we don't use normal curves. So by doing that here, it is going to be better if we just use the normal curves. Okay, first I'm going with this side. What I am going to do, what I am going to do here, I'm going to create a zipper here, like this one, so we can say that the boots she used are like this. Maybe here, look, like this. But of course we're going just to create the initial part. I used to have shoes like this one, of course for men, but I don't have that anymore, so I do not see. I think that this is from the beginning like this, so we don't have to worry about this and these parts here. I think that from the beginning you have this. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Let's start with because the zipper here is going to take some time. Let's start trying to do the red topology. Let's add the curves that we're going to use. I think that was, yes, this one was better. Let me use this one. And the music stops, and that means that I'm going for some water. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Hey, I'm back. Let's continue. Okay, let's use the curve here to start to add these details. Let me see a reference for a real shoe. I'm trying to imagine how can we create this correctly. I have an idea. This is going to be behind. Is this the real? Seems like the real points here, but it's not looking good. Let me check again. If we compare here with the beginning of the zipper, it is good, but in this case this one is going to be at the same level of this part. Okay, something like that. These are going to be like this. And to the other side, let me think. Yes, we're going to do something similar. Sorry, that was not good. Yes. but the difference here is that we are going to have our zipper, so I have to create two of these curves here. And yes, you can see that it is going here. And now I am going to create this. Let's see. I am just here proving different things. Okay, let's try to do this. Plane. could make. Let me see. We can make this to have just something like that here. So I am going to delete this. Okay. This is going to be like up, so I have to this going here. I forgot to by scale. Something like that. This is going to be something like that. I'm just creating like the basic shapes because I want to be sure about this first. Of the zipper here. Let me think what else we can do here. To follow. Okay, we can create something similar here. So that. I don't have a better view here. Also, I don't have. Maybe I can move this. No. Let me think. I'm going to. other one. Maybe we can do that. Okay, let me try this. on this part. Something like this. These are going to be not like armor, just part of the boots of the design. Something like this, but not. This is metal. I don't want metal. I want something like to combine with the style of the boots. But I want to do that with these pieces that I am just creating now. I am not sure right how this is going to be. Maybe let me think. That is the difficult part when you are creating something original. Have to try different things until you say, okay, this is the final version. Okay. Also, I am working with this thickness because I'm going to move this down. But I can also do this, just we fix that, so no problem about that. Maybe with 0, yes. So 0 is better. Maybe let me do the same with this one. Rewrite, okay, 0 here, okay. So something like this. This is just blocking. I need to add a zipper here. Fix this a little bit. Okay, maybe let me compare it with this one. The zipper is too big. The space of the zipper is too big. What do you say? Is the other part that I'm going to create. We can create this and this. And this one, I can just create lines here, but I think that it's going to be better if we create something that follow the shape here and these lines here. This is going to be the same color, right? Yes. Let me think. Yes. So I'm going to create with a plane. I'm going to try to create something to retopology this part. Also, for those one that may want to have to know how this is retopology. This is retopology. You start to create face polygon by polygon, following the shape of the mesh. Of course, that you do that for 3D modeling, but in this case it's 3D sculpting. But I am using this because for the design, I think that this is going to be better. So if you can see the whole model, 3D sculpting we're really going to use just for, let's call it like the organic part of the model. And by organic I am talking about the body, the skin, the face of the character, and for the armor we are using hard modeling surface. Of course, that at the end when we try to combine this for creating the 3D printing version, we're going to mesh this, so this is not going to matter. But at least for it's going to matter because this is how we're going to cut the model, and these are all the details that we're going to have for the model. But I am talking about that this also helps for the rendering, because look, this is not remesh, this is hard surface, this is modeling. I'm just using modifiers and a simple shape. Same here. There is no need to always start to remesh. Remember, for the belt of the Hero Hol, we do the same. We just use 3D modeling. And for the organic, I always like to keep. Also, I know that you asked me before why don't you use like the quad remesh and those kind of things to retopology the model. I know that is a good thing because you can have like this following a more, let's call it like organized and square mesh. But for me, I like this, and when I start to when I want this to convert for 3D printing, I'm just apply a small corrective, decimate, and I don't lose a lot of detail, and it is looking great, and the squares are clean, and also the triangles is the final version for 3D printing that I always go to. But it is going to be good. And also when I clean the model for 3D printing, by cleaning I mean, let's say that your model have a manifold, there is some faces that are not covered. That is when you are doing a bad job. But when I do all the models that I create, that is not a problem. We do here a great job. I am taking care of each detail. I am trying to for everything here to make sense, and to not to have like weird shapes. But always you're going to find some problems where you are joining and applying remesh, because, for example, of this, let's say that I am going to remesh. Let's say that I did, for example, here, maybe you're going to have a problem because when I apply remesh and a lot of remesh, the value to have great detail here, we're going to have this space, and maybe here we're going to have issues when we're starting to 3D printing. So I think for me, maybe there are great artists that never have that issues. And I think that is part of the process. You always are going to miss maybe something, and you're going to leave some spaces, and that is going to cause issues for your character. And how can you improve that? By creating characters. That's the only way. More characters you create, more you improve your techniques, and you have better results. But you always, maybe you don't pay attention, because maybe you are looking for something else and you don't pay attention. That is going to be a problem, for example. But there is not a big issue. You just have to take time to fix that. For example, here, look, here we're going to have a lot of that, let's call it issues, because of the design. But I have two options: cover all of this, or just leave it like that and start creating the character. Here, don't worry because I'm going to add hair. So also, I am thinking about this. I am not sure. I want this part to be not like this. Let me show you. Not like this. For example, this that is completely white. My character also, I am thinking that is kind of realistic, you know. I started with an idea, but I don't really like the result that I am having right now. And maybe I'm going to play more to the realistic side. So if I am creating this for 3D printing, and I am going to leave the helmet on here, I would like to have like this version. Nothing here, or maybe create a separate piece that you can print and then paste. I don't know what do you use to paste pieces here, but the space is not going to help. That is going to be the problem. Or maybe you can use another material to cover this part and to create like the effect that you're having some glass, some kind of glass here. That is the thing that I want to create for this character. Let me see if I have. No, for example, in this one, yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a version where you have this covered by a glass, but for the printed version, I am not going to use that. I'm going to leave this like that, like here. And why you're going to do that? Why you're not doing like this version, the animated version? Because I think that I made a lot of work here, and I want to see her face. Her eyes is going to add like a special meaning for the character. I think that's my point of view. If you have a different opinion, that's right. But I think for this character is going to. These kind of details are going to make the character to have more special things. So that's what I wanted to say. I don't know why I ended talking about that, and I just starting with this for modeling. Okay, let's go back here. So now I am creating just basic shapes that I'm going to add here that are going to be something like this design here that I created. Why I am not finishing and already applying all the modifiers, and I am like say, okay, this is the final design, apply the modifiers and leave it like that, like the rest of the pieces, because I am creating this as an original design. I am taking a lot of references, and this is the armor that I created. This is my version, my design. This is original. And remember that when you are creating something original, you have to create like different versions. But in this case, I'm not going to have time for that. I'm just going with one version, and by doing the work here, I am going to say, okay, maybe I'm going to add some things, I'm going to leave these things, I'm going to delete these things, depending on how it is going to look for the character. Okay, so that's why I'm just creating this basic red topology here. Okay, let's continue. Let's just stop talking and continue with the work here. So now I'm going to create a big red topology here to create this. And what about the lines? We can do the same as the armor to create separate pieces. But in this case, we're going to try that. If not, we're going just to create some lines here, and I'm going to reduce the side so to create the effect that these lines are going to be here. Again, I am not sure why, because I am creating this from the original design. I am creating this by doing, so that's why I am taking too much time for this character, because I don't have. I'm just creating this with you right now. So let's continue. And to test things, we have to prove. Okay, this is free wrap. Let me delete this just for a moment. The modify. Just for a moment. And let me just work with snap. So in this kind of things, maybe it's good to just to verify that your design was good. If you want to add the the modifier at the end. Okay. Maybe we can delete just for a moment this. Let's play with the design here. Add more faces to the other side. Also, this is easy with topology because we're just following this part. We're not going to animate it, so we don't have to worry about trying to make paths here for topology. Also remember, for those who are new, please subscribe to the channel. You're helping me a lot, and I think that you have great content for free. So please give it a like and subscribe. You are helping me. So I know that you like this kind of content, and I continue doing this. I'm trying to make this for a living. So we are just starting. We are a small channel, but we are growing, and we have more projects to do here. This is just the beginning. We are starting. This is the third project that we are creating, 3D sculpting. Then we can go with 3D modeling. We're going to have animations, or that integrations with Unity, with Unreal, or trying to bring your assets. But that is going to be in the future. So for now, we're having this. You know, maybe I'm going to divide. Just it is going to be better. Now I am seeing here. It is going to be better just to divide. But for now, let's continue. Oh no, we can start. No, let's go here with creating a full mesh, and then we're going to divide that later. Okay. Extrude this. Extrude this. for this part is that I am not already applying all of this that I am doing here, because I want to make sure. First, bring the zipper like here to this part. Also because I am going in the sculpt mode, I am going to make like a small pad here for the zipper. So when I am really sure that this is going to be the final design, then I am going to apply and polish all of these small details that I am creating right now. So you have a question, I don't know, you can ask me. To try to help you. If you are new, and also maybe you want to share things related to 3D, or maybe you have some questions, you can go to the Discord server that we have. It is small, but we are just starting, so you can add something there. We're going to try to help you, the community and me. Last row. And the final design, we're going to move this, of course, we're going to move this a little bit up. The same with this one. But for now, I'm going to leave it just here. That this is not good. Look, this is, let me change this. Let me hide modifier for a moment. I forgot to bring back the modifier. Great. Okay, let me bring back this. So we have something like that. So you don't need to, but let me see what I did. I always like to have 4 edges, so I'm going to add another vertex here. Okay, this is how this is looking right now. And I think that this is going to be all for today, friends. Okay. Like this. Great. Okay, friends, so this is all for today. I have to finish the other project that I am working on. I'm creating decals, and the first time that I am creating and now the part that I am taking too much time is trying to decipher the numbers and letters that I am creating a missile. The AIM 9L Sidewinder, I think that is the pronunciation. The name of the model that I am creating. It was part of the. I started to create that because I'm creating a big project. It is the F-14, I think, or 15. I forgot. The Tomcat, the plane from Top Gun, the original one, the first one, not the original, the first one. I'm creating that project, so now the difficult part is trying to decipher the numbers, what are the serial numbers, the text, the dates, all the small details that I need to add to create it in a realistic way. I am that is with straight lines, no bevel. That it is looking good in render, but it is below 50,000 polygons, so that is great. And trying to add these details as decals. Okay, that is what I am trying to do. Once I finish, of course, I am going to share that with you. Also, maybe this weekend I can upload a short video about talking about what was the video? How you can create 3D text here in Blender. Something that we already did here, for example, with the Hulk. I'm going to show you that. Maybe with logos. I think I'm going to no with text first. With text. No, do not mix things here. Yes, so I can have two separate videos. More content. Okay. I'm going to just 3D text. I prepared a video about that. Let me see, because maybe on Friday I am not going to do the live stream, or maybe at night we can return with gaming streaming. Just because here we are celebrating a Catholic, a special date for Catholic people. I do not practice any religion, but I believe in God. But this is something here for the family, so we invite some other aunts, cousins, other part of the family, more family, and to eat a special food that we are preparing here, that we have. It's called fanesca, so that's why maybe during the day I am not going to be able to do the live stream. So let me see if at night on Friday we can go with gaming streaming. Also, I'm preparing avatars for streaming. I am going to create a video about that, but I want to create one video to create 3 different types of avatar. The first one is just for the voice, to open and close the mouth. The second one is with drawings, with different emotions and different frames for the animation, for the animation, and the the third one is with 3D. But that is going to be a long, or maybe I can prepare separate videos, okay? I'm going to do 3 videos about it. That's also something that I can do. I don't know. Let's see. The thing is that I don't have to. I wish I could have more time to do all the things that I want to do, but I am trying to learn more about geometry nodes. I am trying to improve my animation skills with tutorials. I am trying to learning how to code and to creating games, to create my first game, a 2D game. It is going to be first a 2D game, then I'll go with more complex things. Just to learn. That's the thing. So it is a lot, and also preparing the other models that I want to sell on my store. So I'm doing this project here on Livestream. So that's a lot. I wish I want to create music also for the videos, but I don't have more time. But we have to do all the things that we can do with the time that we have. So I have to organize and prioritize and to say, oh, this is more important. This is what I need to do first. So go in order, because when you try to do a lot at the same time, you are not. Maybe you're going to make some mistakes, and also you're going to do not good for your health. It is not good for your health, especially emotional health. And that happened to me a lot. I think that for you is the same case, maybe. But that's something that all of us have to deal with. We just have to organize ourselves, okay? So friends, that's all. Remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Please give it a like, share this content with others, leave a comment below, and if you want share the content, leave a comment below, give a like, subscribe, okay? And if you want, you can join to our Discord server. You can share maybe you have some questions about 3D, but you want to share things related to 3D, okay? You can do that on our server. Also, you can follow me on my social media accounts on X that I am talking about 3D, sharing things about 3D. Maybe now I am going to be a little on my replies, especially talking about politics, but the situation of my country is very, very, very bad. So I do not want to be in silence anymore. I want to at least to try to say what I think about that, because my country is in a bad situation. So maybe on X you're going to find, but it is not something that I want to share, just replies. But the most of the content, maybe for now, all of the content is about 3D, so don't worry about that. You find everything about 3D. On my Instagram account, the same. I started to upload my portfolio, and on TikTok, everything about 3D, AI, all the things that I done on my videos. Also, small gameplays that I made at the beginning on my gaming and streaming nights. You find that kind of content there. So you can follow me on my social media accounts. You have everything on my YouTube page. If you want me to collaborate as a freelancer with your project, you can contact me. You have my email there, so we can talk about that if you want. I can collaborate with you if you want, of course, if you need someone else in your team. What else? Also, you can find me in Upwork. The same thing, Francis Arco. You have my LinkedIn account also there. You have all of my links as how you can find me online. Francis Arco is the same username, but you have the links there in my YouTube page. And finally, if you want to get figures like this one for your collection, or maybe you want assets for your animations or games, You can find that on my online stores. I have now 3 accounts. Have TurboSquid for 3D modeling, Cults 3D for 3D sculpting, and CG Trader, where you find everything. All the things that I did, you can find that there. 3D modeling, 3D sculpting, everything there. And of course, that I am creating more things. You are going to have more options there in the future. And that's all. Thanks for coming today. Thank you for your support, and remember to subscribe. That is very important. And see you in the next one.